Hey y'all, how we doing? Happy Thursday. Welcome to the live stream. Good to see you. Hopefully you guys can hear me okay. Give me a thumbs up in the chat if things are looking and sounding good. The lighting in my room keeps changing because it's getting dark out for some reason. Welcome, Nanad. I have a special treat for Nanad today, you guys. It's just for Nanad. If you type exclamation and Nanad, you're going to get a special message. Let's see what happens. The suspense. I see some new names in the chat. Spin the compass. Welcome. Uh-oh, Catherine beat you to it. Catherine beat you to it, Nanad. Hey, Sherry, how are you? Welcome. Good to see you. I want to say it's Ken Drago. Is that how you say your name? There's a 3 in there, so that always messes me up. But oh my gosh. Okay, so I have this bot. That's like a moderator bot or whatever you call it. It's called Nightbot. I don't know if you guys are familiar with it. This is the first time I'm using it. So I made Nanad a very special command. And let's see. What happens when you click on it? But good. It's good to see you guys. Welcome. So yeah, here we are. Another Thursday. These weeks are just blowing by. I'm like really, I'm really antsy. I want to see. Did you click on it? Did you click the link? I hope you clicked the link. Hey, Rachel. Happy Thursday to you as well. Rosani, welcome. Good to see you. Steve, what's up, man? I did get a haircut. Thank you for noticing. That's really nice of you. What video did you get, Kat? There's nothing like Rick rolling the chat, is there? Brick Tours. Wait, how are you? Good to see you.
This has to be.
Did you change your name? It's no longer Lego? I thought it was Lego.
It costs over 6.
Is that new? When did that happen? I'm so confused. But welcome. It's good to have you back. All right, Kat. Good. I'm glad it worked. That was really for Nanad, but for anyone else that clicked the link, that's on you. You're on the internet after all, and on the internet you get rickrolled. So it's good to see everybody. Thank you for joining the stream. And Nanad, thank you for the super, as always. Much appreciated. I feel like you're on a roll. But yeah, for any of the newer folks, for copyrights. Got it. Okay. That's a concern. I never even thought about that. That's interesting. Very interesting. But yeah, for anyone who's new to the stream, by the way, if this is your first time joining, first of all, welcome. It's good to have you here. Second of all, I do these every Thursday, and these are usually pretty informal, just get-togethers where we chat amongst ourselves. And if there's anything YouTube related that you're working on, if you're starting a new channel, if you're working on growing your channel, if you're trying to get monetized, I do my best to try and help out. So just whatever questions you have, throw them in the chat, put a QQQ in front, and I'll try and get those questions. I'm not an expert. I'm just some random dude on the internet. So take everything I say with a grain of salt. All right, Lego. I'm still going to call you Lego because that's how I know you. So Lego's got a question. Could I give you some advice on your recent thumbnail? What do I think? Let's take a look. We're going to look at Lego's channel, aka Brick Tours. Oops. Hold on. We're going to go back. Uno momento. Ooh, hold on, Lego. 1 second. Thomas, you're going to post your first video tonight. That's amazing. What's your video about? Tell me more. I want to know more.
This has to be the best Technic set ever released.
And while we're doing that, I'm going to pull up
And
Lego's
guess what?
channel.
It costs over 600.
Let's see. Let me know if you can see my screen. Cool. Lego, I don't know if I remember. Did you always have this channel trailer here? Or is this channel trailer new? It says 3 days, but I'm feeling like it's brand new. Good on you. Pretty cool. Okay. Videos. Ooh, hold on. Is it this one? The roller coaster? The Lego theme park ride? I like it. I think it's super clean. You got the ambient light in the background. You got a very clean table. Like, it looks great. What are your thoughts on it? Do you have any concerns? Oh, okay, you had an old video in there. Got it. Yeah, I think it's great, man. I like the other one too. This one, 45 bucks. Why I refuse to buy this over. Okay, I love that. It's a great, catchy title. Yeah, see, my preference, my I guess aesthetic preference is these like big, sort of like zoomed in, full frame thumbnails of the thing that you're building. But I also know that people probably like to know the price of things. Maybe you got some pricing information on this one. This one looks super good too. This is a great thumbnail. Yeah, you do a good job, man. If you're making all of these yourself, you're doing a really good job. I like it. Yeah, this Lambo one is pretty sick. I dig it. Okay. But yeah, keep up the good work, man. Do you got any live streams coming up? Did you get any oh, you just did one. Jeez, you just did a live stream. You did 2 live streams today. What? Did this one get cut off prematurely? That's interesting. But yeah, man, I think the thumbnail looks great. Keep up the great work. All right, Thomas, his first video for his channel. So let's give Thomas a big round of applause for crossing that milestone. That's a big deal, in my opinion. It's going to be an introduction welcome to Passages of Grace, a channel on reflections of Bible passages, verses, and stories. It's what I've done for 44 years. Wow. Okay, talk about credibility and expertise. That's awesome. Good for you, man. That's exciting. It's a big accomplishment, I think. And depending on, if you are the kind of person like me where you are nervous in front of a camera or you're worried about public perception, getting past that first video is kind of a big deal. And at least for me, after I posted the first video, it was just a lot easier to post all the follow-up videos. Wasn't easier to make them, but it was easier to post them. But that's pretty cool, man. It's exciting. Anyone else in the chat getting ready to post their first video? Let me know. Raise your hand. Yeah, story time with Uncle Bill. Loves to know the price of things. Yeah, I think people like that. Like when they see a dollar amount in the thumbnail, people click on those a little bit more. All right, so Ken Drago, I just hit 900 subs. Does it get harder to get those last 100? I don't think so, man. I think for me, it was easier because I had all this momentum. Just depends on if, I'd say like over the last couple hundred subs, have they gotten a lot easier to get? Because the last 100 should come a little bit quicker. I don't know if I'm explaining that, but basically, if you are posting regularly and you're having good traction and the number of views is steadily increasing, then what you'll find is that the number of subscribers tends to increase proportional. And every now and then you might get lucky with a breakout video that pulls in a large chunk of people. But I think for a lot of people, it's really slow in the beginning. Like the first few hundred subs can take a while to get to. And then each subsequent 100 subscribers tends to come a bit quicker. But without looking at your channel, it's kind of hard to say yes or no. But as long as you continue to post, then you should get there pretty quick. So good luck to you, and congratulations in advance for when you get there. Yeah, and I have Nightbot in here, so if anyone tries to spam up the group, they'll probably get blocked, I hope. This is my first time using it, so I'm hoping it works well. All right, so Rosani's got a question. How do I go live on my iPhone with a pre-recorded video and still be able to speak in the chat? Are you talking about doing a premiere? Like if you're going to be posting a long form video, you can schedule it as a premiere and then it'll go live at the time that you've set it for, and you can chat with people just like we're doing right now. You won't be able to speak to them like I'm doing with you guys, but you can chat with them back and forth while your live video plays at the scheduled time. So to answer your question, Rosani, I'll give you a quick demo here. If you, let me see if I can demo it. We're gonna upload a fake video. We're gonna upload a video. And I'll delete this one after. But basically, and I think you might be doing this from mobile, so this might not be super helpful for you, but if you're uploading from your mobile device, look for an option to set it as Premiere. So let me know, Rosani, do you know what I'm talking about when I say Premiere? It's an option in the upload process. Like when you get to the screen where you have to schedule it, I'm going to see if I can find it for you. I think it's right down here. Yeah. So I may have clicked too fast for you, but when you do it on your device, whether it's on your desktop or on mobile, when you schedule the day and time for your video, there will be a checkbox that says set as Premiere. If you click that, then whatever day and time that you've picked, your video will go live. And if you click on your video link while it's going live, you can then interact with your viewers in the chat, just like I'm doing right now, except you won't be able to talk. You'll be typing with them. So other than a Premiere, there's no other way to do that I know of. But tell me more about what you're trying to accomplish. Because I don't think what you're trying to do is doable. Yeah, let me know what else you're trying to do, because I'm not really, if it's not a Premiere, then I'm not sure what you're asking. Pick podcast with Dan, close to 1K subscribers. How close are you, Dan? Let me know. Congratulations in advance. Ooh, okay, here we go. Lego, you're going to do a podcast about Lego news and prices. I love that. Lego, have you ever thought about doing a video where you walk around a store that sells Legos and you kind of like review what they have and talk about the pricing and talk about why you would or would not get that set? I'm wondering if that would be something your audience would care about. Or like if you know where there's a good deal on certain things, if you were to talk about that. Because I will tell you, there are people who go to, like, if you think about in the houseplant niche, sometimes people will go to a store, like a gardening store or like a big box store, like a Home Depot, and they'll walk around filming the plants in the store, and they'll talk about what they're seeing and the pricing and, you know, if something looks like it's worth buying or not. Those tend to get a lot of views for those particular niches. So it might be something to experiment with your own niche, potentially. Melanie, how are you? Good to see you. Welcome to the live stream. Recording your first video right after this. I'm here for any final push of motivation. Okay, we got you. You got this. Tell me more about your video. Talking head, how are you gonna do the format? Do you have your script ready to go? Do you have your hook dialed in? And just remember that your first video doesn't need to be perfect, right? Take your time, have fun with it. Remember to just try to shake off any nerves, let your guard down, be yourself. At the end of the day, it's just YouTube. It's not all that serious. I'm just some random dude on the internet talking to a bunch of people in the chat right now. I've got some music playing and I'm talking to my phone. So at the end of the day, it's all a little bit goofy, you know? So let yourself enjoy the process a little bit, and just know that you will get better the more you do it. And if you really want, you can go to my channel and watch my very first video. And you can see how bad it was. And you can see how uncomfortable I was. So really go to any YouTuber that you admire and try to find their first video. So I'll show you how to do it if you don't know. Go to their channel page. And this is for anybody who needs any motivation or help to record a video. Go to anybody's channel page and then click on videos right here and click on oldest. And then you can see my awkward first video right here where I'm not even in the frame correctly. The microphone is like half covering my face. The lighting is all screwed up. I got the cinematic blur on the background. It's too much. And I have no idea what I'm talking about. So yeah, feel free to have a look, and maybe that'll make you feel better about yourself. But either way, we got you, and good luck in advance. And let us know in the community when you post so we can take a look. Hey, Carrie, welcome. We got Tien up in the house. Hey, Tien. Good to see you. Welcome. Nafisa, I hope I'm saying that right. Mr. Jessup. Hey, happy Thursday to you as well. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Adriano, I hope I'm saying your name right. All right, so you are a video editor and you want to work with me. Do me a favor, send me an email. You can find my email in my channel page on my YouTube channel. And I like your hat. I like your hat. Okay, Lego has another question. With my long forms, they gain little subs, which is annoying. While on my lives, you get around 5 to 30 subs on each stream. And then on your shorts, you get lots of subs. Lego, that's an interesting observation. Normally on long form, you get more subscribers than on live streams. At least that's been my experience with my content and with other people that I've worked with. I don't know if I know an answer to that question. I will say by default though, I think short form content tends to pull in more subscribers than long form. But those viewers don't always translate into long form views. They might just be there for the short form content. So it's a bit of a mixed bag. But it's really interesting about your live streams getting more subscribers. It's actually a pretty good sign, I think. But maybe it's the length. Maybe people like the longer content and they want to see and hear more of you. And so they join because of the longer content. But I know you do a lot of lives anyways, so just keep doing that, and that should help grow the channel. And then I think the shorts will also help grow the channel. But maybe try experimenting with longer long form videos, like 10 to 15 minutes, potentially. I wish I had a better answer for you. Rosani, coming back to your question earlier, there's really no way to like do a premiere where you're speaking because your video should be playing, right? So does your video have your voice in it already, or music in it, or some sort of noise in it? Yeah, there's no way that I know of to do that other than going live like what I'm doing right now and then playing your video. But that's just you playing it. That's not other people playing it. Does that make sense? Dan, what was your question? Hold on. Did I miss your question? Let me go back. Sorry. We're so close to 1K subscribers. If I missed your question, I apologize. Put a QQQ in front of your question so that I could more easily spot it in the chat. Ooh, Lego, you're doing a Lego store on the 28th of August. That's awesome, dude. Good for you, man. Oh, thank you, Catherine. Appreciate that. What? You're going to get an invite for a media event? That's pretty cool. Man, I think you're going to have a really good like YouTube/Lego career. I'm really excited for you, man. I think it's great what you're doing. Okay, Dan, 969. You are so close. You are so close. But let me know if I missed your question. I apologize if I did. Nafasa, welcome. Yeah, your first time here. You record videos, but you don't post them. That's interesting. Who are the videos for? Are you planning on posting them? And if you're intending to post them, but you're not doing it, why are you not? I'm curious to know more. Okay, so Melanie, you're going to do a talking head video. You just keep overthinking it, but you got the script dialed in now. Yeah, that's perfectly normal. For anyone out there who is struggling to get their first video posted, overthinking is legit a thing. I think I recorded my first video about 3 times before I finally posted it. And it was mostly unscripted. It was just like bullets that I kind of stuck to. So yeah, I mean, eventually you got to post, like maybe give yourself a deadline too. Well, you're going to try and do it today, right? So do you have a specific posting day in mind? If you're recording it today, maybe you're going to post it by Monday or maybe by Saturday. And that gives you fewer days to overthink things and to re-record. But sometimes you just got to give yourself a hard deadline and you just got to ship it regardless of how good it is. Is it Xenia? It says, thank you for the Q&A. You are welcome. If you have any questions, throw a QQQ in the chat and I'll do my best to grab it. Thank you. I didn't think I was funny, but I'll take the compliment. Hopefully you're referring to me and not somebody else in the chat. All right, Steve's got a question. My most recent videos are getting low views, less than 300, but are getting 20 to 30 watch time hours. Any suggestions on getting more views? Note, I hate making thumbnails. So don't we all, Steve? Don't we all? Let's take a look at your channel real quick. If that's okay. All right, you guys. Actually, so Steve, with the fall coming up, is there anything you're working on from a seasonality perspective? I know you did really well last, what was it, like holiday, last Q4, I think it was. Yeah, I wonder if it's the thumbnails. Do you think it's the thumbnails? And I'm wondering, did you have a format in the past that you liked best? I mean, I kind of like these thumbnails. What do you guys think of this one for Steve? Where he's got the chalkboard. I mean, the text pops. It's really clean, really easy to see. There's not a whole lot of elements. Steve's in the thumbnail. Those feel like it's part of a series, like the Lightburn 101 series, though. Yeah, Steve, I think it's just coming up with a format, you know, like I kind of like this almost like a tan background, and then you're showing the thing, the item. I feel like though that's a good strategy, especially with with like a craft channel where you're building or designing something, having the final product, like your cutting board, right? Having that front and center really helps people to be like, oh, if I click on this video, I'm gonna see like the creation of this really beautiful thing in the thumbnail. So let's see, like, how are you doing on your most recent ones? Maybe some of these are like, it's too small. Like the subject might be too small. Like this might be too small. Like if there's a way to make these bigger. And I'm wondering if you're A/B testing as well. I mean, I kind of like the AI thumbnails, but I feel like most people don't. That people just instantly know it's AI. But yeah, Steve, I guess my recommendation would be whatever it is that you're talking about in the video, like the main element of the video, try to make that as big and clear as possible in the thumbnail, even if it means you not being in the thumbnail. And then also, you know, throw them in the community too, get feedback from the group. It might be thumbnails. And then also too, I'm just wondering if there's search volume for these things. Like if the Temu Shed or like if any of these other topics are going to get search volume over the next few months, they might. Hey, Leanne, how are you? Good to see you. Welcome, welcome. So Sherry's question about, I want to go live, but I would set my phone up pointing at my workspace. How can I watch the chat? Using a laptop, would I log into the YouTube studio or just YouTube? Yeah, as long as you're, so if you're using your phone as your camera, you can go live. And yeah, you would just have like your laptop with the chat up. That's all you need. And as long as you're signed into YouTube and you click on your link, you can watch the chat and you can interact with the chat. I hope that makes sense. Sherry, let me know if you got any other questions on that. What's up, Naz? How are you? Welcome. Yes, Sherry, I got you. Yeah, exactly what Steve said. Just log into your laptop and you can watch the stream, and then you can hang out and chat with your people. What's up, Ellen? Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Happy Thursday. I think, Ellen, did you have a live stream today? 100 years no see. And Sherry just reaching 99 subscribers. One more. Congratulations. That's pretty cool. All right, Ellen's question is, what do you think about doing a live walk and talk? I love it. I think you should definitely do it. If you taking a stroll around the neighborhood with your phone, maybe get a tripod, not like, you know, maybe like a small tripod so that you're not holding the phone directly, but like you're holding the stick, maybe like a selfie stick, I guess. But yeah, I think that's a brilliant idea. I know Rob the Maritimer's done that, or he's been out and about and hosting a live stream. It might be hard to read the chat though. That might be the only drawback. But yeah, I think, Ellen, I think you're used to reading the chat on the phone, right? So it might not be an issue for you. Tien, over 500 subs last week. Congrats. Having some good progress on your channel. Love to see that. All right, we got a question from the perspective of one. What's your view on throwing spaghetti at the wall to see what works versus focusing on one subject when you first start? I think it's, well, if I'm understanding your question correctly, when you say throwing spaghetti at the wall, are you implying that you're posting on a lot of different topics? Because my recommendation would be to really niche down and figure out what you want to talk about first, and then make a bunch of videos around that singular topic. And then what you should experiment with is the different formats, the different styles, like the different ways you script, the different ways you deliver, the different ways you edit to figure out what you like doing and what you don't like doing, and then also what your audience likes as well. But hopefully what you're posting about is kind of like self-contained into one macro niche or topic or idea. But if you want to elaborate more on that question, let me know. Because I think it's always better to focus on a small subset of problems you can solve or questions you can answer, or just staying within the lane that you want to serve, if that makes sense. David, kind of a new subscriber, 17 away from hitting 500. That's awesome. Congrats, man, in advance. You should probably get there pretty quick, I'm sure. Catherine has a question. Do you ever post and then take it down as you grow? Let me think about that. I don't think I've ever taken a video down. Have you guys? Let me know in the chat if you've ever posted a video and then removed it later. I think sometimes the impulse to take something down that we're not happy with is all too well and alive. I've posted something and then I scheduled it and then I deleted it before it actually went live. But then I just said, screw it. And I uploaded it anyway and made it go live. But no, I've never deleted anything. And I wouldn't recommend deleting anything from your channel. If you really, really need to, just change it from public to unlisted. So go from public to unlisted so that it's still there on the channel, but no one can see it. Catherine, let me know if that answers your question. Ooh, Corey, 38 subscribers. Nice work. Teaching, wow, algebra, AP calculus, and geometry. That's pretty impressive, man. That's pretty cool. I like it. Very helpful channel, it sounds like. Nanat, are you rickrolling people? Lego, you have 500 watch time hours? Don't you get a bunch of watch time hours from your live streams? That seems a little confusing to me. Okay, Catherine's got a question. What is the quickest way to get video files off my iPhone onto my MacBook? It takes forever. Okay, this is a great question. I made a video about this. But Catherine, there's two methods. One is to airdrop it. So I'm sure you've already tried to airdrop it and it takes a million years and then it times out and it's really frustrating. But Catherine, have you ever used iPhone mirroring? It's a native application on your Mac and it will essentially pull up a virtual version of your iPhone on your Mac. So yeah, you do have an iPhone like you mentioned. And so what you can do is then you can go into your like your camera roll and you can select the video and you can airdrop it right from your virtual iPhone to your MacBook, and then it won't time out. So you won't have that timeout issue. It'll still take a minute or two, but it won't time out, which is one of the more frustrating things. So that's one method, is use iPhone mirroring and then do an airdrop. Or if you plug your iPhone in directly to your computer with like a USB-C cable, you can use something called image capture. When you plug it in, it'll probably default and open up the Photos app on your computer, which you don't want to use. So close out the Photos app and pull up image capture. And it might take a minute, but it's going to index all of the photos and videos on your phone, which you can then drag and drop onto your computer. But I'll find the video for you and I'll put it in the chat. Give me 1 second. All right, stand by. Here's the link, Catherine. And it'll walk you through both of those steps to do that. Let me know if you get stuck anywhere. All right, Corey has a question. Any advice for a math YouTube channel that just started to help? Okay, Corey, this is a great question. And I don't have any experience with like purely educational or academic channels. However, let's take a look at your channel. Oh, I don't see any videos yet. Maybe you're posting on a different channel? Yeah, I won't be able to look at it because I think I'm pulling up, maybe it's your personal channel. But I guess what I would tell you to do is, how new are you? Like how long have you been posting for? How many videos do you have? And number one, just be prepared to do it for a couple years, right? Post as consistently as you can. And then also make a list of channels that are also posting math educational content and study their channels as best you can. Just learn what they're doing, figure out what topics they're posting about that is getting the most traction with their viewers, figure out what their video lengths are, figure out how they're structuring their videos, and just do your best to study and emulate. Emulation is probably the best thing to do early on, because as you emulate other more popular videos, you start to learn the mechanics of video creation, and then eventually you develop your own style. But feel free to copy and steal and emulate as much as you can early on. That would be my advice to you. Let me just see if I missed any questions here. Oh, all right. We got one from Pattern Tusk. I believe you're new to the stream. Welcome. I've just watched your recent video about your year on YouTube. Firstly, congrats. Do you think you're just sitting and chatting is a good way to go, or editing more creatively and complex? I'm not sure I understand the question. If you have a different way of rephrasing it, let me know. But thank you for watching that video. I appreciate the acknowledgement there. I think there's a lot of different formats and different video styles that you can explore on YouTube. Some people really like watching just a really unscripted, more raw, authentic talking head style video, which I do some of those. Other times I try different formats like faceless with a lot of B-roll and text on the screen, like I did for my 1-year video. So I think sometimes they cater to different audiences, but as someone who's still relatively new, I think it's good to experiment with different formats and try things out. So I would say it's good to do both. If the question is, for you as a newer creator, where should you start? I mean, I think it's good to start with whatever's easiest to do, right? If it's just a talking head, do just a talking head, get your feet wet, figure out the process from A to Z. And then as you get more advanced and these things become more comfortable and fluid, then you can start to do more complex things with your videos. So I hope that's helpful. The Craftsman's Paradise, hello. You made it. Good to have you here. What's up, Greg? Good to see you, man. All right, Ellen, you got your live stream later on. Cool. We got Carolyn. Hello. Smack dab in the middle of France. Carolyn, how's everything going? Good to see you. Okay, so patterns question. Wait, that's the same one. Yeah, I hope I answered that question correctly. I don't think there's a right or wrong format. I think it's just a matter of what you like making and what your audience connects with more. So if you like to do talking head and you feel like that's a good format for you, just lean into that, try and get really good at it. And I think in time you get better, your pacing gets better, your communication style gets better, and your audience will like that. Cool. Oh, Carolyn, you deleted your shorts? Interesting. I wonder why. Tell me more about that. Yeah, unlisting I think is the way to go. Are you guys speaking French in the chat? I have no idea what you're saying. Learn with Trey is asking, what do I use to go live? I'm using Ecamm. Ecamm Live. It's Mac only, but it's very simple. I think I pay like $20 a month for it. And I think if you look at my live stream from, it may have been 2 weeks ago. It was either last week or 2 weeks ago. I did a quick demo of Ecamm Live. So if you want to pop into that one, take a look. It's somewhere in there. I kind of show you what the user interface looks like. Kyrie Tone. Hey there. How are you? What did you use? What can you use or recommend for designing your YouTube banner? That is a great question. I used Canva for that. So let me know if you use Canva. Canva's pretty simple, and there's a free version, of course, and there's a lot of stuff in there. And I think there might even be pre-made banner templates you can borrow from. Let's take a look. YouTube banner. Create a blank YouTube banner. Yeah, there's banner templates in here. So obviously you don't want to just like completely steal one of these. You probably want to modify it quite a bit, but this should get you started. So hopefully that's helpful. Canva is a pretty versatile tool. I think it's a really good kind of all-in-one design tool for a lot of people. Wait, okay. Lego is speaking French now too. Gosh, you guys are confusing. Ellen's asking how to use Nanad's music. Ellen, by the way, I'm just streaming his. I've got Nanad's live stream playing in the background. So that's pretty much it. You can do the same thing, I think. Yeah, you should be able to do the same thing if you want to. Okay, another question from Pattern Tusk. I'm on 600 plus subscribers from posting my music productions. Just started sharing videos on growing as a creative person for fellow artists. Do you think it's okay to have both on one channel? I think it's worth experimenting with. It's a good question. It depends what people want. If they like both, then more power to you. You know what I mean? Keep it all in one place. But if it's if you're seeing like fragmentation, let's take a look at the channel real quick here, you guys. So a lot of this is like your original music. You got the cover, like the album, it looks like a record, like a vinyl sleeve. That's pretty cool. And it's just the track. Yeah. I mean, I think it's a worthwhile experiment because it looks like the majority of what you're posting is your original music, which is great. What kind of music is this, by the way? And now you've got your own sort of talking head. And this one did pretty well. 241 views. That's great. I think you're going to have to keep experimenting, to be honest. I think you just keep trying and see what happens. And if these videos, the non-music videos, tend to pull in a lot more subscribers, that could be a good thing if they then in turn listen to your original work. You know what I mean? Like that could be more visibility for your actual music productions. And then the people who come to your channel for the actual music, it might be refreshing for them to hear from you through a talking head video. So I don't think there's a right or wrong answer. I just think it's worth experimenting with. And Nanette, I'm gonna pause your music because I want to hear what he's got. Was it like house music? It's club music. That's pretty cool. I'm gonna have to come back to this at some point. So yeah, pattern, Tusk, I hope that answers the question. All right, Catherine, see you later. Have fun. All right, Nafisa, I hope I'm getting your name correct, and I apologize if I'm not. I don't think I post because there is a blockage. Going through a zillion thing yesterday. I finished a video at 4 a.m. Draft section. Can understand why, but one thing for sure, very inconsistent. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's rough. And sometimes sharing these like really heartfelt or like, you know, like deep seated personal experiences, like that can be hard to bring forward on camera. But consistency is among the most important things on YouTube. I mean, I would say for most people, because most people need to put in the reps, to learn the production process, to get more comfortable with everything, to speed things up, to get better at writing, to get better at communicating. Most people just are not good at those things. If you're magically good at those things from day one, more power to you. I know some people that are like that. At that point, you just focus on the quality, but yeah. Yeah, Corey, I hope that's helpful. Emulation. Look for what's working well in other areas and try and lean in as much as you can. And, you know, just think of it like you're learning, right? You're learning about, because YouTube's its whole wild ecosystem. It's nothing like, there's no equivalent to it in real life. It's all about figuring out what the right marketing is for your channel and what people need from your channel. Learn with try. I'm using Ecamm. And I apologize if I'm backed up on the questions, you guys. All right, so Corey's got a question. I just joined, so if answered, I'm sorry. What is the best free video editor for a new person who wants to start a channel that is user-friendly? So that's a good question. It just depends. I think for people using a Mac, something like iMovie is probably pretty simple to get into. There's CapCut, which is also pretty simple and free. You can use that on any platform, but CapCut does come with some caveats in that there's some really weird terms of service that you have to agree to, which basically means the parent company can use your content without your permission. So you're almost like forfeiting all of your content to the parent company for future use. I don't really worry about that all that much, to be honest, because I don't think my content's all that interesting for them to repurpose. But I think other people have recommended, what was it? VM Edit. VM editor is another option. Gosh, I'm drawing a blank. But things like Premiere and Final Cut Pro and DaVinci Resolve, those are all a bit more advanced and elevated, so you might not need those straight away. But I would look for something simple like a CapCut or a VM editor or like an iMovie. But Corey, what kind of content are you going to make? Savage question, Savage Panda, I like it. So you have 2 channels that are monetized. Do you think that is enough to do what I do and sell coaching, or do I need to make a lot of money from ads? I think the better question to ask, Savage Panda, is because you got 2 channels monetized, do you now have a skill that other people would pay for? If the answer is yes, then definitely sell your coaching. Right? Like if other people want to do what you're doing, then you absolutely can sell coaching and earn some money by helping people. But I'm not sure what kind of content you make. And if you've got like a system down that you know how to get from point A to point B, if you can help other people do that, then 100% sell it all day long, sell coaching all day long. You don't have to make a ton of money from ads, I don't think, as long as you're helping people with the problem that they want to solve. If their problem that they want to solve is how to get monetized and you can help them with that, then definitely do it. Thrive says, I've got 96 subscribers on my channel from posting DIY shorts, but I want to change the channel to stretching, health, and well-being. Is it advisable changing the content, or should I start a new channel? I don't know. I don't think it really matters all that much. If you started fresh, then you wouldn't have to worry about your existing subscribers potentially getting disgruntled and not being happy that you've you pivoted your topics. But also at the same time, if you started posting on the new topics and your existing subscribers don't watch, it's not a big deal. It just, it might be a little bit clunky and you might not really get very many views on the new content. So I probably recommend starting a new channel. Are you going to do long form on the new channel? I'd probably recommend doing a new channel just to start fresh, as long as it's not too much work for you. All for Jesus Carnivore. Hello from Oregon. How are you? Good to see you. Yeah. Okay. So I asked Carolyn earlier why she deleted all of her shorts, and the guru said not to mix short form and long form. Yeah. I mean, personally, I don't do shorts. I don't like short form content. I don't watch it. I have a bit of a moral opposition against short form content. I think it makes people's brains mushier than they already are. So I don't make it. And I also don't think that my audience watches a ton of short form content. So even if I were to make shorts, I'd probably be not attracting the right people. But Carolyn, I have not heard that advice. But I mean, yeah. I don't think it's a bad idea, personally. Thank you, Laura. I did have a great family trip. Yeah, they left yesterday morning. My parents were here for a couple days. So Mom, if you're watching, hello. Yeah, it was good to see them. It was a bit hot here though, so it wasn't like we could be outside. Yeah, Sherry's mentioning Canva as well for banners, which is great. Catherine's asking how I did my profile picture. Catherine, I have no idea. I can't remember how I did it. It was so long ago. I kind of did it by accident. I probably had like ChatGPT take I probably gave it a picture of mine, like a black and white picture of mine, and then it gave me one version of it, and then I put it into another AI, and it did this weird like wavy thing to it. I've been trying to figure out how I did it, but I can't. I don't know how I did it. All right, the Craftsman's Paradise. Lately, I see a lot of advice to make shorts for funneling audience to the channel, but I always thought that shorts audience is very different from long form. What are my thoughts on it? Yeah, absolutely. I think generally a short form audience is going to be different than a long form audience. Now, there's always exceptions to that rule. There are people who do well in both formats and they attract the same target viewer for the most part. But I think they're almost like, you got to almost think about them like two different platforms with two different algorithms. And people get excited by shorts views. Like they say, oh, I got like 1,500 views on my shorts. And so they lean into shorts content because they feel like they're getting more views over there. But 1,500 views on a short doesn't mean anything. 1,500 views on shorts is nothing. You can almost think of a view on a short as an impression on a long form video. So if you have a long form video that gets 10,000 impressions, that's the equivalent of getting like 10,000 views on a short, because people are just swiping. They're not spending a lot of time on the shorts for the most part, unless your shorts are really, really good. So yeah, my general sense is that they're different audiences. They serve different purposes. If the goal is to build trust with an audience and grow a community and potentially sell a product, then I think shorts is a giant waste of time for the most part. I think long form is where it's at. All right, Ken Drago, hope I'm saying your name right. Enjoy. Thanks for being here. Yeah, Pattern Tusk, you're welcome, man. Mohammed's got a question, or Mahood. Sorry, I'm just reading your name all kinds of wrong. Mahood, question: what do you think about making shorts for getting people's attention because you feel very stuck? Well, I guess, what is your goal? What's the purpose of your YouTube channel? Because as I just mentioned, if you're trying to build trust and grow a community and potentially sell a product, I don't know if shorts is going to get you there. And if you're feeling stuck with long form, then my recommendation is to mix it up. Try new formats, try new video lengths, switch up the packaging, try to redo your thumbnails, try to do live streams, like just try to shake up what you've been doing to see if you can get a little bit of traction. But you know, shorts might help. It might pull in a few people, but I don't think those people might convert to long form views. Okay, so Dan at the PIK podcast is interested in what other people think about his channel in terms of thumbnails. You're in recovery and started following people who are in recovery, but now we are broadening our guests. Let's take a look at Dan's channel here, you guys. Okay, let me know if you can see this. Is it the PIK podcast or PIK podcast? I don't know if you need this hashtag. Hashtags don't really do anything on YouTube. If anything, it's almost a bit of a distraction. I'm still wondering what the channel is about, where unbelievable lives become unforgettable conversations. So this is a little ambiguous. It doesn't really tell me much about what the channel is about. And then you've got these three words, which again doesn't tell me anything. It's just, those are adjectives. Yeah, I would maybe fine tune your description. And this is, again, this is just me nitpicking. This is a very small detail. Very few people actually read channel descriptions, but if you want to optimize the channel, get really clear on what your channel's mission and purpose is, and do it in a non-clever way, right? Sometimes we try to get too clever, and we oftentimes muddy the water in terms of like what we're trying to describe. So just get straight to the point. Now, in terms of your videos, let me ask the group too. Any feedback, guys, throw it in the chat. We're looking at Dan's channel, the Pick Podcast. I love this banner. I just love the blue. And I do like that your profile picture sort of emulates it. I'm imagining that's you sitting in the chair. So with podcast channels, I think it's always good to have like kind of emulate what's working in other channels. And what I've seen for the most part is a lot of them are going to be the guest and the interviewer, like the host. And I think you do that with a lot of these, right? So, I mean, I think it's good. Yeah, and they're not like, they're a little bit busy, but not too, I mean, I think they're good, actually. I think it's like a good, clean design. The text pops enough. I don't know if I love the text being over the head. And then also try to avoid putting things on the bottom right, because oftentimes the length of the video, like the little time, will interfere with that. I think this is a great format right here. The Pick, the People I Know podcast. Okay, now I get it. People I Know. This is great. I love that. The one with the tape, I'm not so sure. It just seems kind of messy, and it's hard. The logo, the Pick logo, is hard to see. I know you have like the blue drop shadow, but it's still a little bit hard to see. This is my opinion. Take it with a grain of salt. But yeah, I think just keep trialing them out. And honestly, what you could do, because you have like 3 different styles, from what I'm seeing, you've got like the tape style, you've got this style. Do all 3 for every single video. Make 3 thumbnails and do all 3 of your formats, or all 3 of your thumbnail styles, and just A/B test them. And yeah, you might not get enough views to have like reliable results, but you never know if a video takes off. You might have some good data to go off of. So that's my 2 cents. Hope that's helpful. Thanks for the question too, Dan. Good to see you here. Okay. Question from it's Nettie. Needy? You're a lifestyle vlogger. Please let me know how to gain good subs. Don't be a lifestyle vlogger. Because I think it's hard to get subs when you're a lifestyle vlogger. Unless you're like really attractive, or you're just really funny or charismatic, or you have a magnetic personality. It's going to be really hard to grow a vlogging channel about your life and what you're doing and your travels. Like, I don't think people care about other people's lives as much as we think they do. So maybe pick a different niche, but if that's not in the cards for you, if you want to be a lifestyle vlogger, then just copy what other people in the lifestyle vlogging space are doing. I don't know anything about lifestyle vlogging, and so I would probably be a bad person to give you advice, but just try to emulate, study titles, study thumbnails, study the storytelling elements, and try and see if you could bring any of those forward in your own videos. Maybe in time you'll get lucky and the right people will find you, but I would suspect it's pretty hard. Hey, Andrew. What's up, man? Good to see you. We got a question from Unboxerado. What? That's a weird name. I'm really curious. I like your little profile picture. Okay, so here's the question. Which one is better? Thumbnails with text or thumbnails without text? Thank you. There's no right or wrong on this one, you guys. If you are doing thumbnails where you are the subject, like you are the main person in the thumbnail, then I think having text alongside really helps. But the text needs to complement the title, and your expression needs to complement the text in the thumbnail, if that makes any sense, right? So all three things have to be working in conjunction with each other. The thumbnail caption, the text in the thumbnail, plus the title, plus your facial expression, or whatever it is that you're doing, they all need to be working together, okay? Now, if you don't want to be in the thumbnail, then if you're just showing something else, like maybe you're showing scenery, or maybe you're a woodworker and you're showing a cutting board, you don't need to put text in your thumbnail. And sometimes no text is better, because it depends if the video is just like, if you're going to be visually showing somebody something, you don't need to muddy it up with a bunch of text. Maybe one word or two words could be useful. Hopefully that makes sense. But let me see if I can find your channel. Okay, so we're going to take a look at Unboxerado. You guys, what do you think? First of all, you're killing it on the branding. 94,000 subscribers. Heck yeah. I mean, the color, like everything's super clean. I think for your style, you don't need text at all. Now, I mean, gosh, 130,000 views. Good for you. This is great. I mean, how long have you been at it? 5 years? Dude, look at all your thumbnails. They're all the same branding. You've got this like fat black outline. So you have a very unique style. And again, I'm not like super familiar with the niche that you're in. I don't know if this is common in your niche, but it feels to me like you've dialed things in, you know? You've probably gone back and updated a lot of the thumbnails. I'm wondering too if like the popularity of a video depends on the actual item. You know what I mean? A talking cactus, 391,000 views. Who would have thought? Who would have thought that the wiggly dancing cactus would be that popular? I would not have thought. Remote control cars. Man, 2 of your top 4 videos are the wiggly dancing cactus. There's another one. Well, so here's a question. Are you A/B testing? Because you very well should be. With the amount of views that you're getting, you should definitely be A/B testing. So what I would do is make the thumbnail without text, make the thumbnail with text, and do that for the next 15, 20 videos. And see if there's a pattern. See if the with text outperforms the without text or vice versa. But honestly, you're doing really well. You probably don't need much advice from me. Keep at it. Keep at it, man. Well done. Minnie St. Clair, hello and welcome. I don't think we've met, Minnie. Here's a question. My channel views and subs increase with short clips, but I find them a little exhausting to add into my part-time routine. Even with the help of AI, I have a mix, long, short, and live streams. Yeah. I hear you, Minnie. Sometimes spreading ourselves too thin can be exhausting. If you're focusing on 3 different formats, then it can be tough. I would say only stick to shorts if it's really low friction and low effort for you. I know some people put very little thought and energy into their shorts. They do their long forms, and then they have their AI tool, like what is it, Nexus Clips or Opus Clips or whatever, pull out the short form, and then they just post it. They don't really think or care too much about it. But hopefully you're not spending a ton of time on the shorts. And hopefully you're not creating original shorts, because then that of itself can be time consuming as well. But yeah, that's the problem. I mean, there's too many shiny objects. There's too many things to try and get good at. And oftentimes if we're focusing on too many areas at the same time, we become mediocre at all of it and not good at any one thing. And the most return on investment will be if and when you get good at just one thing. My focus has been one long form per week and one live stream per week. And that's been it for the last 3-4 months now at this point. And even last week, I didn't even post my long form. That was probably the first week, maybe since I started, where I didn't post a long form video. So yeah, it can be a rough thing to try and do at the same time. Okay, in the bag. Why can't I see my 33 subscribers in my studio? Like they're not showing up in the YouTube studio? That's an interesting problem. I haven't come across that. So like if you're going into your YouTube studio, you don't see your subscribers here? Oh, I guess I'm not sharing. Like when you go into your YouTube studio on desktop, do you see where it says your channel analytics and then the number of subscribers that you have? You should be able to see that. Let me know. Drop another comment. So Montana Livin', that's a cool name. Where in Montana are you from? Question is, wouldn't shorts be helpful towards watch hours? I've been making ones close to 3 minutes and they've been counting towards watch hours. No, short form content does not count towards watch time hours, towards monetization. If you're making shorts of any kind, of any duration, it's the number of views that count. So watch time hour is not factored in whatsoever on short form content. What's up, Carl? How are you? Good to see you. Tian has a question. Is the branding thumbnail important? Every thumbnail I make seems to be different. Is that bad? I mean, it's not necessarily bad. I think it's good to experiment and try new design styles. But ultimately, I think there should be common elements that connect the thumbnails together, that kind of create a cohesive brand image, if you will. So maybe it's using the same font from thumbnail to thumbnail, or the same colors, or maybe other design elements that you want to include. Like, you know, if you're using common icons, or I don't know, maybe just the same background potentially. But ultimately, Tian, I think for small channels, there's more leeway in picking and, like, you know, kind of changing things up periodically. Because hopefully what happens in time is you kind of strike gold with a certain thumbnail format and then you stick with it. And I think for you with your channel, you can get away with your face plus text, right? It can be as simple as that. Or, you know, you can get a little more adventurous and not show your face and try to have something really compelling, interesting in the thumbnail. But that might be a little more challenging to create every single time. But I don't think it's bad. I think in time, though, like it will help to be more cohesive across thumbnails. And Carl, thank you for the supers. I appreciate it. Thanks for being here. Pensman Sports is asking, how do I grow on YouTube and get more viewers? The short answer is make good videos. So I hope that's helpful, I guess. Yeah, just make better videos, make good content. And if you don't know how to make good content, make a lot of bad content until you learn how to make good content. And look at other channels and see how they're doing it. Study them, study their titles, study their thumbnails, study their topics, and emulate, emulate, emulate. Minnie St. Clair question. Yeah, so you're using the AI tools for the shorts, Opus, and now Restream has a new AI tool. No thinking involved. They are from the long. Yeah, so hopefully, Minnie, that it's not taking too much time. And hopefully the amount of time you are putting in is worth it with pulling in new subscribers that might be watching the lives in the long form. But you'll have to go into your YouTube studio and see how many of your long form views are coming from a related short. And you can look at that in the analytics. And that way you'll know if the shorts are actually doing their job or not. Your cleaner windows. Good evening. Ace in the Hole. Hello. I don't know if we've met. Welcome to the stream. You heard that if the I think this is, you guys are going back to the question about not being able to see subscribers in the YouTube studio. So if you have a certain setting set up, the info won't be public, only total subs, not who. Oh, is that what you're asking? You want to see like who the subscribers are? So like down here at the bottom, you can click on subscribers and you can click see all and it'll show you who subscribed to your channel. So yeah, I wonder if this is what you're referring to. Yeah, I don't know. Actually, that's a good question. If that's not showing up for you, it might be, I don't know, you might need to just wait, or you might need more subscribers. All right, Greg. See you later, man. Foundry Holster has a question. What advice do you have on creating a channel to support an existing business with just being one big advertisement? I love that. That's a great idea. And I know people right now who have an established business and they're using YouTube to generate more business for it. So it's a wonderful idea. You just have to make sure, well, number one, you have to be able to sell something to basically people all over the world. So hopefully your existing business is not localized, meaning the product or service supports a local customer base. If you can scale it to an international customer base, digital product, online service, like cool, more power to you. But absolutely, you can use YouTube to become a giant, massive marketing arm. And honestly, you make the content, as long as it's relevant to your target viewer, then YouTube will do an amazing job of pushing out the content to people who would be interested in watching it, and they may become customers of yours down the road. So I think it's a great idea. But tell me more if you have more of a question on that one. Hey, Steve, welcome. Good to see you. Carl's asking, how important are keywords? I've heard very and not at all. So I'm imagining you're thinking about keywords in the title itself and also in the description of the video. I think they're important for the algorithm in a few ways, but more importantly, they're important for the viewer. Because if you are answering a question on a specific topic and the topic is referred to with specific keywords, then having those clearly laid out in your thumbnail and in your title will reassure the person searching for that content that your video is the one to click on. So it's more of like, use the keywords that people will want to click on, if that makes sense. But also more importantly, from a search perspective, is the algorithm knows everything you say in your video. So if you're using the keywords in your video and you're talking around this topic in your video, it understands the context, then if someone's doing a search, even if they're not using the exact keyword phrase, there's enough intention behind the search phrase and behind what YouTube knows about your video that it'll pair your video up with that person who's doing the search. Hopefully I'm explaining that in a way that's understandable. But you can use something, Carl, you can use something like vidIQ. Let me just show you. And if you haven't used vidIQ, so for anyone who hasn't used vidIQ, by the way, there's a free version, there's a paid version, but if you go to the web app, so basically vidIQ.com, and you come over here to Discover on the left side, and then you go to Keywords, right? Here's where you can type in any keyword you can think of. So I don't know, let's type in, for me, like 1,000 subscribers, right? Because I make YouTube content on how to grow your channel, right? So imagine I want to make a video on how to get 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. 1,000 subscribers might be my keyword, right? And this is going to tell you what the search volume is. So monthly, there's 6,324 people searching for this keyword phrase right here. Okay. And then the competition is about medium. So there's other people making content on this as well. You can look at related keywords, and it's going to show you other related phrases that might come up adjacent to 1,000 subscribers. And in this case, it's how to get 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. And look, their search volume for that is massive. So this should be a video I should make. And what I should do in the video itself is I should say, in this video, we're going to talk about how to get 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. And I should probably repeat that phrase 2 or 3 times in the video, just to make sure that both the viewer and the algorithm clearly understand that this video is on how to get 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. I should also put it in my title. And my title could literally be how to get 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, right? Because there's a ton of search volume for this. And surprisingly, the competition is not that high, which doesn't make sense to me. You would think the competition would be a lot higher. So hopefully that's helpful. You can also look at matching terms, and you can look at questions. So these are popular questions that people are asking around this keyword. How to get 1,000 subscribers on YouTube fast. Not as much search volume. How to get 1,000 subscribers on YouTube with shorts. There's some search volume there. But ultimately, this is like prime real estate for a video. Both the title, I could put that in the thumbnail as well, how to get 1,000 subscribers on YouTube in the thumbnail, and then just make the video all about that. So whatever is in your niche, whatever topics are in your niche, throw them into vidIQ, check out the search volume, and then tweak them a little bit, play around with them and see what other adjacent search phrases might have more popularity, and then use those in your video, use those in your title, and that will position you better for your videos showing up in search. Okay, Ace in the Hole has a question. Is it really catastrophic if you are on a weekly schedule and every now and then you skip a week? No, not at all. Skip a week. Take a month off. Well, don't take a month off. That's probably too long. But let me just be honest with you guys. I'm a little bit OCD, like a smidge OCD, and I love routine and schedule. And so for about 7 months when I first started, I was posting 2 videos per week. Every single week, 2 videos per week, and I didn't miss. But it was too much. So I gave that up and I did 1 long form per week plus a live stream. And last week was the first week I didn't post a long form video. I missed my Monday upload. And surprisingly, I didn't give a crap. And it wasn't the end of the world. In fact, the video I had posted the week prior was doing so well that my views kept going up, even though I didn't post last Monday, or 2 Mondays ago. Yeah, 2 Mondays ago. So no, it's not the end of the world, and you're certainly allowed to give yourself some time off, and it's not a big deal. You know, just keep going when you have the time and the bandwidth and the motivation. And if you need to take some time off, take some time off. And if you miss because life gets in the way, or you're traveling, or work comes up unexpectedly, then prioritize that. Prioritize your family and let YouTube be YouTube. It's not catastrophic at all. So, you guys, by the way, I love all the questions, so thank you for keeping me on my toes and asking me all the good stuff. I do have to cut the stream short because I have a couple of client meetings this afternoon that I have to get to, and I want to prepare. And Rachel, hello, I see you in the chat. We'll talk later. But yeah, I'm going to cut the stream a little bit early. Let me see if I can get to one or two more questions really quick here. Sparks of Joy, welcome. Thank you for being a channel supporter. And Lauren, thank you for the super. You guys are awesome. It's really good to have you here, by the way. Okay, I'm gonna scrub through the chat and see if I can see any other questions. 16-bit garage. Well, thank you for saying that. Thank you very much. That's really nice of you. Carolyn, can Spotify be playing in the background like a radio when I'm taping a video, or will it cause a copyright strike? If the music is copyright protected, absolutely, do not play it. Do not play anything in the background that is has the potential for copyright. And here's another trick too. If you're out in public, you guys, if you're filming out in public and there is even faint music in the background that is copyrighted, that can screw you up. You're gonna have to strip that music out because the algo will find that and you'll get a strike. So definitely don't play anything that's copyrighted. Carolyn, what I'm doing right now, this is for anybody else who wants to play music. If you want to play music during a YouTube video or during a live stream like what I'm doing, you need to do it with copyright-free music. And Liquid Hour DMB is copyright-free for now until he becomes big time, and then he forgets about the little people. But right now he's free to use, so use away. Okay, Sherry, question. Not a cue. Okay. Question, but not a question. If a sub chose to hide subs, they will not appear in your list. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think that's, yep. Claudio, what's up, man? Good to see you. Minnie, I have 1,000 subscribers. Should I make a video on it? Maybe not. What's your channel about? Only make a video if it serves your channel and serves your viewers. Because if you have a big video that goes viral and it has nothing to do with your core topic, your core channel mission, or your core viewers, then you're going to bring in a lot of people who don't give a crap about all of your other videos, and that can be a little disheartening. So, Sparks of Joy, you made it. Welcome. Okay, Foundry, this is a follow-up to your previous question. You want to start a channel to support your existing small business, but you don't want to sound like one big advertisement. What advice do you have? Okay, hear me out on this. What is your actual business? I would love to know more about that. You can make videos that talk about things relevant to the industry that your business is in, if that makes sense. And then in your videos, you can do subtle calls to action, right? That point people to your business or that get people on your newsletter. And then your newsletter could be where you talk about helpful things for your viewers, but also, hey, I got this sale going on in my business, or hey, I've got this promotion, or I got this new product, or whatever. So in order to use YouTube as a marketing arm, you have to make content that is generally helpful for people who care about the specific industry or vertical or niche. And then embedded in that content can be a little micro commercial, like a soft, hey, by the way, if you need help with X, Y, and Z, click the link in my description, and that'll be a link that goes out to your landing page or your sales website, if that makes sense. So you do not want the full video to be a full advertisement for your thing. You really want to have, you really want to build trust with people by being helpful and being yourself, and then putting in a small plug for whatever it is that your main offer is. Okay, I got time for one more. Claudio, you are the final question today. I'm thinking about my first talking head video. What should it be about? A description of the channel. Not sure where to go with this one. You were just publishing random stuff. I don't know if I understand the question fully, to be honest with you, but I would say whatever your channel is about. Well, if you don't know what your channel is about, make content until you do know what your channel is about. Once you know what your channel is about, then just make nothing but content about what your channel is about. I know I'm being like stupidly generalistic with my answer here, but I think I would need to know more about your channel and your mission and what you're chasing. Okay, you guys, I know I'm missing questions. I apologize for being so behind on the chat. Thank you for being here, by the way. This has been a lot of fun. I would love to stay on with you guys, but I do have another call I need to get to. So I will leave you with have a lovely, lovely weekend. Thanks so much for hanging out with me. This has been great. And we'll do it again next week. So I'll see you guys back here next Thursday at 3 o'clock Eastern-ish or thereabouts. And we'll pick up where we left off. Have a wonderful day. I'll talk to you guys soon.